and studies have shown that even the tighter that you hold or are able to grip a barbell or any bar, throughout fitness and exercises, the more weight you'll be able to lift. Life Change Inc. This is UK, aka the Life Changer, aka LeBron James Jr., aka America's best fitness personal home trainer in the world. I get that last title just to throw it out there. But yeah, man, today mathematical question is, what is 2 arms plus 2 arms? You guessed it, forearms. Little funny joke. Kind of corny, but basically we're going to be talking about forearms, and we definitely need to know, understand the focus of forearms. The reason we do forearms is pretty much it's a neglected muscle. It's very important, and I think that the subject matter of this video is going to be very good, very helpful, hopefully to you guys that maybe have neglected or overlooked your forearms. So we're going to get it popping, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's do it. The first household item that will be beneficial to use, that you can just find, is a wet towel. If you don't have a wet towel, of course, any cloth, durable, will still work. Basically, for instance, if this was a t-shirt and it's just one of my Nike, bags, drawstrings, what you want to do is you want to submerge the cloth, the towel, whatever you're using, in water, and you want to, of course, allow it to be soaked up really well. As soon as it's soaked up, what you want to try to do is you want to try to then squeeze the water out using only one hand. Okay, you want to do about 4 sets of 5 squeezes between both hands. So you'll do 1, you'll switch it around, try to get another in, 2, and so on and so forth until, of course, you released all the water out of it. And then you want to resubmerge it and do the same thing with your other hand, your opposite hand that you didn't use. What that's doing is that's allowing your all the tendons, all the muscles, of course, to be worked, and you're getting that squeezing factor that allows those muscles to really, get activated. So that's easy to do. You can do that at any point. So that was the first one. Your second exercise, you would take a folding chair just like this, and what's probably best to do is go ahead and have it in the position where it's flat and folded in. And what you want to do is you want to grip the sides of the folding chair. Grip the sides of the folding chair, and just with your wrist, you want to try to lift it parallel and back down. Parallel. Alright, so next up is going to be pretty much a plate grip. How you do this exercise is basically you find a barbell that you're not, that you're able to remove the weights from, and find 2 plates. For this example, I'm going to use 2 small plates, 2.5 plates. Okay? And the objective of this is just basically to, with your arms in front of you, just hold and grip the 2 weights, pressing them together as much as you can while sustaining them in a parallel position, or even in a downward position, to where gravity is going to work against you. What you don't want to do is, if you don't want to put your hands inside the holes, you want to strictly lay on the flat surface with your thumbs and fingers pressed on the outsides again, sustaining it. The slipperier the weights, the better, because that's gonna challenge you. And again, you really and truly, I don't know if you guys can see, you really and truly will get, the outside tendons working in the forearm by this, by using this exercise. So it's a great way to move forward. Also, while we're speaking of dumbbells are also good in the fact that you can actually rest your forearm over your knee And just with the end of your hand, just the wrist, which you guys probably seen, you're just going to do a rolling action. Just rolling the wrist, and picture in my hand a dumbbell, and picture this part of my forearm on my knee in a sitting position. And you want to just squeeze at the top every time you curl that dumbbell down, squeeze at the top. Both these exercises you want to probably do a maximum of about 4 to 5 sets, 10 to 12 times, which means, you know, right at the top, that'll be 1. You want to hold it just for a second, let that muscle really tighten, and then lower. You know, and again, same thing with the plates. I guess the plates will be a little bit different, but you want to probably hold for a second, 30 seconds, about, you know, 4 sets of that. So, you know, 30 seconds holding, you know, and then you want to maybe just release, pick them back up, 30 seconds, hold it. And of course, depending on your expertise, you know, you want to increase or decrease, you know, as you're able to, and then progress forward. And pretty sure everybody's aware of what a hand gripper is. And I pretty much have invested something like $8 to $10 in a pair of these, which means I have 2. I have one at work, and I also have one here at the house. Great investment, and it has a number of different uses that you guys can always utilize. So I definitely encourage, you know, you guys to try to get this if you are looking to strengthen your forearms. With the hand gripper, there's a number of different things that I do with it. The first thing, of course, is just literally, you know, squeeze, you know, as you normally would. But throughout the day, what I try to do is I try to challenge myself in certain, you know, realms and activities with the gripper. I'm right-handed, so primarily I try to let the left hand be my hand that bears the excess, the brunt of the work. And so, you know, kind of decide how you choose to do it. But with my left hand, I try to see throughout a 24-hour period, or throughout, you know, since I, you know, at least an 8-hour period at work, I try to give myself a number, you know, a nice challenging number. I'll say between 200 to 250, you know, gauging about how often you're able to actually, you know, use it, have it in your hand. But I try to go through the day squeezing and allowing it to touch and get at least 200 to 250 in that 8-hour period for that day. You know, and again, 200 may be a lot. You may just want to go for 100. You may just want to go for 50. But set yourself a mark, and you want to do that. Now, by touching the grips, squeezing to the point of touching, that's one way to get your workout on. Also, keep in mind that holding in a compressed state and giving yourself a counting, you know, time period is also a great way to sustain those tendons, strengthening the wrist and the forearm, and pretty much, you know, doing the same, you know, type exercise, but giving yourself a different angle, a different routine, so you don't get bored. So squeeze and hold, you know, for a particular amount of time, maybe 15 seconds, and you can do 4 sets of that. So not only do you have the mark of the day, which is, like I said, 8 hours, you know, you may look for between 50 to 250 times that you can press this together. And then the second part of it is sustaining it. You know, can you sustain it for 4 sets of maybe 20 seconds? You know, holding it. You know, counting for real. You know, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You know, actually give yourself a second, because as it burns, you may want to try to speed it up, but really try to concentrate on that. Also, you know, you have the touching mechanism, but you also have the mechanism of squeezing to the point of touching, but not really touching. That's really another way to really challenge yourself, because that state of what I call gray area is really hard, because you're almost in a state of balancing where you can't push too much and you can't release too much. And that's extremely challenging, extremely works those muscles frequently. So, you know, you have those 3 ways that you can really utilize this gripper. And I found great experience in seeing a difference in my forearms, it's one of the areas that I actually challenge myself personally to strengthen. But I mean, pretty much, guys, that's it. That's my take on the forearm workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope there was something that you could take from it. Again, in the series of different things that you can do, like I said, with the gripper, you know, this is a great investment. Like I said, $8 to $10, and it'll really save you a lot of time, you know, and a lot of a lot of spare time that you have. It really burns and keeps you active and keeps you strong. So, as always, man, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. My name again is UK, aka the Life Changer. Appreciate you guys. Twitter me. I have a Twitter now at the Life Changer. THALIFE changer.com. I'll probably have it, you know, set somewhere around here so you can see here. And of course, Life Changing. That's what we do. Change lives, man. I'm greatly appreciated for all my viewers, all my subscribers. Please continue to post. Please continue to subscribe. And logos coming, t-shirts coming, man. There's a lot of big things that I'm looking to increase. I mean, I thank you guys, and hey, I'm out. Y'all be good.